Yo, GamerNemy here. So Lars, Steve, Raven, and Leroy are the characters I'm currently maining, as you know, with Lars being my boy, my favorite character in the entire series. Now, amongst these four characters, without a doubt, Lars is the strongest of the four. And man, oh man, when I say our boy is being slept on, you have no idea, right? He is definitely up there in the conversation with the Junes, with the Jins, right? Maybe not to the extent of like Dragonov and Xiao Yu, maybe even June, right? Devil Jin. He's not in that level, but like honestly, he might just be slightly below. This character is ridiculous, and let's talk about it. Let's talk about why Lars is criminally underrated and why people are sleeping on my boy. Now, Lars' biggest weaknesses coming to Tekken 8 from Tekken 7 was linearity. You could step this man as if it was nothing, right? But that has changed in this game with the addition of back 1+2 being safe now, being -9. Now it is slow. It can be like, step blocked, but like he has the option. It's going to be harder to step him, like go to his back. If you commit to the side, like a sidewalk, right? It won't be as easy as it was back in Tekken 7. Now this applies to like his stances as well. So for example, stuff like this, right? Easy recording, classic Lars, string, right? As you can see, he was steppable, even the low, right? The low as well. You could actually go behind him with this, right? Oh my god, I missed the punish. Like that, right? So yeah, he was very linear. He is a very linear character overall if you're not smart with the character. That's one thing I love about this character. Like despite being strong, you have to decide when to throw out something that tracks. You go low or you go mid. So now tracking is really, really good. His second biggest weakness, or maybe his first, was his lows. Lars has always been a very, very risky character since his introduction back in Tekken 6. It's always been his archetype. Very good mids, but at the cost of his lows. Stuff like this, right? Forward 4-3, down back 1-3, low high can be ducked, forward 3+4, launch punishable, down 1+2, launch punishable, down back 4, launch punishable. But that has changed to a certain degree in Tekken 8 with the addition of his new stance lows, right? So Lars is a very stance heavy focused character, as I talked about in my introduction guide. Please check it out if you haven't already. So he's more safer in stance. Like this is dynamic entry 4, right? This is only -12, I believe. He has DE 1+2. This is only -14, right? So only certain characters can launch it, right? And of course, it has SE2, which is very, very strong in this game. Still a counter hit launcher, right? And full crouch, down back 1+2. So his low game from stance is really, really strong, right? That's a certain buff that Lars has got in this game. In Tekken 7, bro, you had to rely on like SE2 and full crouch down forward 1 for like your safe lows. But now he has more options from Oki, right? Like it's ridiculous. I mean, you can't just duck against Lars because he has shit like this, bro. Right? This is ridiculous. It goes into +3, right? You duck, you're holding a mix-up, going into hit engager. And as you know, Tekken 8 is a heavy 50-50 game, and you don't want to have Lars in your face, right? He has Obito in these big ass lows, right? So yeah, it's ridiculous. His risk has been mitigated with the addition of lows that aren't as punishable as the rest of his lows whilst in neutral. Another aspect of why Lars is ridiculously strong in this game. And lastly is his stance pressure. Now this is where Lars cooks. This is where our boy goes crazy, bro. Lars be zooming in this freaking game. It's ridiculous, right? So as I showed you earlier, right, a lot of stuff is linear from like his SE stuff, right? But of course we had our power crash buffed. So let's see. So for example, he has this as well, right? SE down forward, SE 1+2 linear as well. He has SE1. Sorry, I'm just showing you everything that can be stepped, guys, from this stance. He has SE3, right? Can be stepped as well. Right? The same direction, everything can be stepped to your left, right? So with that said, he has had his SE4 buffed in this game, right? So it's faster now at 17 frames, right? Although it still can be punished, so something like this, if the opponent jabs you out of it first. So this is why I'm saying Lars isn't really at that level of like a Devojin or a Xiaoyu, right? Because as much as he's strong, you still have to make reads and decide which move you want to use, whether it's a homing move, whether it's a low, whether it's a mid. But overall, having this buffed to be trackable now, I mean to be faster now, is huge for Lars, right? Meaning he has some decent tracking whilst in silent entry. And the thing is, Lars of course has a new extension, right? He has outstanding 2-3, right? Can go into limited entry as you can see. So it's I think it's minus what? It's minus 11. Minus 11 on block, but he goes into crouch, right? So in a situation where you're blocking against Lars, right, and from full crouch, right, if you want to commit to go into silent entry, like he's so fast that you can't decide whether to interrupt him, because this is interruptible by the way, right? Right, this transition, you don't have to respect him, but the fact that he has stuff like this means your opponent is going to be very hesitant to interrupt you, because now he can do stuff like this, right, and just like mix you up. Like he's just so fast, it's crazy. I've lost to every good Lars player I've faced so far, and I fought like 4 of them, right, and it's been crazy, bro. He is just so freaking strong. But now what makes him very ridiculous in stance is his new addition. I talked about this earlier in the introduction guide, is this freaking move, right? Like it's so freaking strong. It is so strong, like you have to hold the mix, right? Because of the frame advantage being +2, you can't really step. You have to guess for your life. Like you have to guess for your life, and you can't just duck against it, because it's if you just hit engager mid, that gives you 50-50, right? If you duck, you're eating that mid. You don't duck, he has lows, remember, right? So it makes him obnoxious, really, really strong. Now, there are certain characters that can step after this, right? Forward 3 into 1, right? Certain characters can step this, like Alisa, even Raven can step it. You know, I don't think Lars can step it, but silent entry 1+2, this move actually has pretty ridiculous tracking. So let me just switch to, let's see. Let me switch to Raven. I hope I'm not wrong about this, right? Last time I tested this, yeah, I could like step that stuff clean, right? So let's say record, you know what, let's actually do the hit version, right? Because I'm sure you guys are really traumatized by Lars' hit. So let's see, opponent, activate hit, yes, then boom, defense, boom, record, boom, okay. Play into 1, okay, right? Classic Lars hit bullshit, right? Rebellion into 1. So this can be, oh my god, what am I'm missing the step. I swear to Jesus, I could step this before. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh my god, am I tripping? What's going on? Okay guys, I might be wrong, but I swear I even had a match against a Lars player. I'm going to upload it. I was using Raven and I was playing against a Lars. So I was stepping that hit into 1, right? So in the scenario that you can actually step it, let's say you're playing Alisa, because I've tested it guys, you can step it, trust me. Maybe, I don't know what's going on right now. Maybe it's a timing thing. Maybe I was pressing the 1 too late from silent entry, you know, I'm not really sure. But I was stepping it earlier. Literally played against the Lars literally last night, and this was happening. So the point I'm trying to make, anyway. So the point I'm trying to make is that silent entry 1+2 is actually low-key a homing move. You can't really step this move after like a DE3 or like the hit smash shoulder, hit smash rebellion, right? It has pretty good tracking, right? So this makes Lars' mix-up game from silent entry really, really solid. Like it's a stepper. It's not like Tekken 7 where it was very niche, you would get interrupted. Like there are situations where you're forced to guess for your life now against this character, and that was never the case in Tekken 7, right? You could never force a silent entry mix-up unless it was only on hit. But now this character can force mix-up on block, which is pretty freaking scary. Like, it's insane. You're just guessing for your life constantly against this character, and like it's ridiculous, right? Boom, 1 in 3, right? Like it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And the worst thing about, oh my god, if we could talk about the worst thing about this is the fact that if you even step, like let's say, right, we spoke about how you can step these strings, right? So you can cancel silent entry into limited entry. So oh my god, so this is a scenario, right? We're starting to oh my god, what am I doing? God again. So I'll cancel SE into LE, right? Just to realign the opponent. Like that, right? So now, if you try to step, he can realign himself. Look at this, right? It doesn't matter whether it's a low, he'll realign himself. And this thing tracks like 360 degrees. Limited entry 1. Like, it's ridiculous, right? So now, step block is not really a strategy against Lars with his transitions. Even committing to sidestep now is not really like a solid strategy. Like, it's crazy, guys. There's no one particular solution to countering Lars' transitions right now. It's a guessing game. And when I say it's a guessing game, bro, it's a fucking guessing game. It's crazy, but like, I'm not complaining. This is my character, this is my main, and I don't understand how he's being so slept on, but oh my god, let's keep it low-key. Let's ride this until the end of time, bro. We deserve this. We suffered the longest bug in Tekken 7. But guys, Lars is ridiculously strong. If you're a Lars main, please play this character. Play this character. I've saved the best for last, right? I'll play all these characters. Steve, I'll play Leroy, I'll play Raven, but Lars, I'm gonna like grind this character as hard as I can in this game. So I have a Leroy guide, a Leroy combo guide cooking. Probably upload it after this video. I just really wanted to talk about Lars because I was in an insane set ranked with a Lars player. I just cooked the hell out of me. I was like, dude, I have to talk about my boy. Like, he's pretty ridiculous. Top tier for sure, hella underrated. So if you've liked this video, you know, why not check out the truth about Steve Fox in Tekken 8?